Hey guys, this is John and Kurt with True Shot Gun Club, and welcome to the part 2 review of the Cox Arms Wulf 556. So, if you haven't caught part 1 of this review, go over to Steve, Mr. Big Kid's channel to catch part 1, link right there. Now, a little bit of history on Cox Arms. Michael Cox is the owner of Cox Arms. He founded the company in 2019. He is a Marine Corps vet, and he is a great guy to talk to. They are located in Santan Valley, Arizona, local to us. And Michael's main goal on this is to build a high-quality AR that will compete with some of the bigger names on the market. So, that being said, what is your shooting impressions, Kurt?
We've shot a lot of ARs in our day, and I think we all did the exact same thing. When we started putting a couple rounds down range, we all stopped and kind of looked at each other and went, what did he do? What did he do? Because this thing shoots really soft, and it shoots really, really flat, especially for an AR pistol.
And I will have to say the same thing. It shoots really flat. The impressions of it, with the trigger, with the safety, how it's got a 45-degree throw, the gun itself just shot flat. Those are just added features, but the gun shot flat and it stayed there. And we all kind of paused and, like Kurt said, just looked at each other like, what voodoo magic did he sprinkle all over this gun? And it has to do with a number of things, the tight tolerances, the trigger itself, the tuning of it. Michael said that he takes the time to hand lap the barrels to the uppers, and he tunes the buffer weight to go with 55 grain, 62 grain projectiles, which he highly recommends in this gun. So, that being said, let's go on to the specs.
Sure. I think one of the most important things, first and foremost, it's 100% American made, which is awesome. With that, it's a billet upper and lower. You've got a staked adjustable gas block, which you don't see on all ARs, which is a really nice feature to have. Along with that, it's got the anti-walk trigger pins, like you mentioned. It's got the 45-degree ambi safeties. It's got an ambi charging handle as well. Along with that, it's got an upgraded H2 buffer and the spring system in it as well.
What trigger did they? I didn't hear you mention that. What trigger are we running?
Yeah, actually, they're running the an Elfman trigger, and I think that is one of the biggest upgrades that I think you can put in an AR. Again, out of the gate, he just decided, you know what? Let's just go with a really, really solid trigger.
And then on top of that, it does come with the Gearhead Works brace on it. That is one of my favorite braces on the market. I really do like how well built that is. So, the other thing that you notice, it's got a couple other things. It's got that VG6 Gamma muzzle brake. It's got a QD mount on the back plate, and it's only weighs about 5.8 pounds. But it also comes with a ton of different color options.
Absolutely. It comes in black, FDE, OD green like we have here, gray, midnight bronze, and they've also got like a 3-color camo. The other thing I think go along with that we need to mention is the fact that it does come with a ballistic advantage chrome line barrel.
Now, that all being said, Kurt, this sounds expensive. What's the price point?
Yeah, so it comes in, MSRP is $1,900 to $2,200, depending on your color option. Yeah, it seems pretty steep kind of at the outset.
Right, and that puts them in what we call the upper echelon of ARs. In that price point, you've got Daniel and Radian and you name it. There's a couple other big names in there. But, we sat there coming up with this review, talking about this. It's not much more if you built it yourself.
This is a very competitive market. We are talking about the higher end, in terms of price. And so it's like, what are you getting for that exactly? And so it is. I went down and broke down. And by the time you figure out trigger, the fact that, every one of them does come Cerakoted, you got the barrel, it's got the higher end BCG, handguard, everything. By the time I kind of spec'd out something similar, I was at about $1,850.
So what am I getting for my extra $100, $200? Lifetime warranty. Michael's got a lifetime guarantee, and when I talked to him on the phone, he went as far as to say, if you shot out the barrel, and I made sure I asked him, if you shot out the barrel, he would replace it. If you shot out any parts, he would replace it. If there's any issues at all, he would fix it. Pros and cons. I've got a big major con with this gun. You've got a major con with this gun.
Yeah.
We both have the same major con with this gun, and we discussed this beforehand. Kurt, what is the major con with this gun?
So the flip side to this gun shooting so flat and so soft, it's what's doing a lot of that heavy lifting is that VG6 brake. And that thing barks.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty hateful.
Like double ear probe bark.
And I think the other interesting thing is obviously if you're standing, by someone shooting, you're gonna hear it and you're gonna feel, the concussion from that brake. But a lot of times if you're the one behind the rifle, it's not so bad. This, you still feel it. It's still there.
And again, that has nothing to do with the gun. That is replaceable. But I think it does help with the recoil management and how flat this gun shoots and feels. So it's something that I can live with.
And that's what I was going to say. That being said, if this were my gun, would I swap it out? No, I wouldn't. It's just, you figure it out. Once you know, it's okay.
Right.
You going in, just know that, yeah, she's going to kind of bark at you.
So let's go into the pros. So the pros are you've got that trigger. That's a great trigger, I believe. Said Elfman trigger. You've got the ambi charging handle. The safety selector, it can be switched between 90 and 45, so that's always a plus. It is a billet upper and receiver, so the tolerances and how tight that gun is, it is super tight and super accurate, and this gun is built to be duty shot. Michael has built this gun to be a duty rifle and to run hard and as hard as you can, and there are reports from him that there are guys who have 10,000 rounds through their guns without an issue. He did recommend to us to not shoot steel case in it. We did. We did not run into an issue.
Right.
Again, that is his recommendation. So I asked him, I said, we're going to be running steel through it. Is it a problem? He goes, it can be. There is a break-in period because the tolerances are so tight. He said there's about a 100-round break-in period. But he said if there's any issues at all, he'll take care of it. Even if you shoot steel in it, he'll take care of it and figure out if there's an issue. So that being said, I would say that I'm a buyer. How about you?
Definitely. And again, I think that initial price point is a little bit of a sticker shock. But what you're really buying, you're buying his experience and you're buying someone who really understands how to build a really good AR. Like we said, we all, when we first shot it, we all stopped and went, what did he do?
Overall, I would say we are very happy with this gun. We're really happy with the experience we had with Michael, talking to him on the phone. And the guy's really passionate, and we really like supporting local companies like ourselves in the Phoenix area. So, Kurt, do you have anything else you'd like to add to this?
I think there's an intangible that you're purchasing with this. Like we talked about, what are you getting for that price? You're getting a lifetime warranty, which is huge. You're also getting Michael's experience and craftsmanship in building a rifle. The other thing that you're getting, and this is kind of a give and take, right? In that when you're a builder, you kind of enjoy that process.
Oh, yeah.
You enjoy that process of tuning that rifle. And at the same time, you love it and you hate it when it doesn't work the way you want it to. But what you're really getting here is you're getting somebody who, they've done all the work. They've done all the hard work. So you can just go out and shoot this gun, and it's great for that. Could you build yourself up one similar? Yes, but the other way I kind of equate this is, I was thinking about this the other day. So take like off-road, like if you want to lift your truck or something. Can you do it yourself? Yes. Yeah, you can. You can read the instructions. You know how to do it and all that. But what you're buying with this is somebody who has the experience to know. They know what to look for. So if it's not running quite right, or there's a slight fitment issue, they have enough parts where they can kind of, figure out what mates up better.
Right.
Whereas if we buy parts, you get what you get and you hope it works.
Well, and that's like the other thing that I'd like to, so in performance cars, when you put an upgrade on it, you lose your factory warranty. Building an AR is kind of like losing your factory warranty slightly.
Mm-hmm.
This is having the guy, the technician, installing your performance parts for you, so you keep your factory warranty, which is kind of funny that we're comparing this to cars, but that's what it is.
It really is.
It's a well running machine, and
Mm-hmm.
that's what we kind of go at. So that being said, let's wrap this up here. I want to thank you guys for watching again. If you haven't watched part one, make sure to go to Mr. Big Kid's channel. The video was linked above. If it's not at this point in the video, go ahead and go down to the description and you'll find a link to that video. Make sure to like and subscribe and hit the little bell for notifications. And thank you for joining us today and have a great rest of your day.